The hidden world and the tiny warriors. Deep beneath the soft soil of the Amazon rainforest, where sunlight barely reaches, another world is silently at work. There are no birds singing, no wind rustling through the leaves, only the rhythmic, almost soundless movement of thousands of tiny creatures. They are not massive beasts with razor-sharp claws or terrifying fangs. No, our protagonists today measure less than a centimeter in length. But don't let their size fool you. These are army ants, nature's miniature warriors, survivors of millions of years, thriving on unity and an unrelenting hunting instinct. Imagine standing in a lush green jungle where towering ancient trees block out the sky. But the real story isn't unfolding above, it's happening right beneath your feet in a labyrinth of tunnels deep underground. These aren't random burrows dug by lazy ants. No. This is a complex system, a subterranean city built with astonishing precision. Every corridor, every chamber serves a purpose. One holds stockpiles of insect corpses, another cradles delicate larvae, and at the heart of it all lies the Queen's palace, the mastermind behind it all. But don't mistake this for a peaceful society. This is a warrior empire, where every individual is a survival machine, ready to charge into battle at any moment. Army ants are nothing like the diligent worker ants you might see in your garden, carrying crumbs back to their nest. No, they are a military force, moving like a dark, unstoppable tide across the forest floor, leaving nothing but devastation in their wake. They do not build permanent nests, nor do they cling to a single location for too long. Instead, they roam the rainforest, hunting, raiding, and surviving. What makes them truly exceptional? Their coordination. Each ant in the colony knows its role without a single command. No shouting, no orders, only mysterious chemical signals drifting through the air, uniting the swarm into one seamless entity. A single ant is insignificant, but hundreds of thousands surging forward? That is a nightmare for any creature in their path. And in this hidden world, size isn't everything. An army ant can carry 50 times its body weight, the equivalent of a human lifting a car without breaking a sweat. But their true power doesn't lie in brute strength, it lies in discipline. Think of them as a medieval army. No one fights alone, no one is left behind. If one ant falls, hundreds more instantly take its place. They know no fear, no hesitation. And that is what makes them one of nature's deadliest predators, despite being nothing more than tiny black dots on the forest floor. But life in the jungle isn't always a smooth hunt. Beneath the earth, where darkness reigns, enemies are always lurking. And today, a new scent is drifting through the tunnels, one that doesn't belong to insects or decaying leaves. It is strong, alive, and dangerous. It is the scent of a rat village, a dense colony hidden in tight burrows not far from here. To the rats, this is home, a place where they breed, store food, and live their days. But to the army ants, this is no village. This is a feast waiting to be devoured. Have you ever wondered what happens when an unstoppable army collides with a defenseless settlement? Let's dive deeper into this story, because things are about to get bloody. When the first rays of dawn pierce through the Amazon canopy, a new day begins in familiar silence. But beneath the earth, the air has already changed. A wave of army ants, thousands strong, is moving like a dark river, silent yet unwavering. They do not hunt like typical predators, no stalking, no waiting. They charge straight toward their target with terrifying speed. And today, their target is a sleeping rat village, just meters away. Can you picture this? A miniature army, no weapons, no armor, yet bringing pure chaos with every step. The first thing that makes you say wow is how they detect their prey. Army ants do not have the eagle's sharp eyes or the hound's keen sense of smell. Instead, they rely on chemical signals, an invisible language carried through the air and across the ground. When a scout ant picks up the scent of the rats, it doesn't scream or wave its arms. It simply leaves behind a pheromone trail, a tiny chemical trace, yet powerful enough for the entire swarm to understand. Food is there. Let's go. Within minutes, the whole army shifts direction, marching with the precision of a pre-programmed war machine. No noise, no hesitation. Have you ever considered that a creature so small could be more organized than humans? Then, the attack begins. Imagine you are a rat in that village. You are sleeping soundly in your warm burrow, surrounded by a stockpile of seeds and roots your colony has gathered for weeks. Suddenly, you feel the ground tremble, not an earthquake, but the footsteps of thousands of invaders rushing in. Before you can process what's happening, the first ants arrive. They do not hesitate. They do not greet. They strike immediately, their razor-sharp mandibles latching onto anything that moves. A small rat tries to flee, but within seconds, dozens of ants have latched onto its body, turning it into a writhing mass of black. This is not an ordinary hunt. This is a massacre. Army ants do not attack randomly. They split into specialized units, each with a specific task. One squad swarms and bites the prey, another dissects the corpse into smaller pieces, and yet another stands guard, ready to counter any resistance. But resistance? The rats never stood a chance. They may outnumber the ants, but they are vastly outmatched in strategy. A single rat might crush dozens of ants with one leap, but it makes no difference. For every fallen ant, hundreds more take its place. This is the power of numbers, a lesson nature has taught for millions of years. And do you know what's even more fascinating? Army ants don't just feast on fresh meat. When they invade a rat village, they take everything. Carcasses, larvae, even the stockpiled food, the ants claim it all as spoils of war. One study recorded that an army ant colony can consume up to 100,000 prey in a single day. Imagine that, 100,000 creatures wiped out within hours, by enemies so small you could flick them off your hand. That is why in the Amazon rainforest, when army ants march through, everything falls silent. Birds stop singing, insects cease their calls, and even the largest predators stay away. Who would dare challenge an army that knows no fear? But the story does not end here. As the underground battle reaches its climax, something unexpected happens. The rats, though overwhelmed and scattered, refuse to surrender. Some frantically dig deeper into their burrows, hoping the darkness will shield them. Will they escape the unstoppable jaws of these tiny warriors? Or is this merely a futile struggle against the overwhelming power of nature? The aftermath of battle and the lessons left behind. As the sun rises high over the Amazon, the underground battle nears its end. The rat village is now nothing but chaos, scattered tufts of fur, shattered bones, and empty tunnels that were once safe havens. The army of ants continues its relentless march, carrying away the last spoils of war on their tiny legs. If you look closely, you'll see each ant hauling pieces of flesh twice its size, as if they've just left an all-you-can-eat buffet. But this is no ordinary feast. This is the triumph of unity, instinct, and a system so precise that even humans would find it astonishing. What's truly remarkable is how quickly and efficiently it all happened. Just hours ago, the rat village was alive with squeaks and the scent of stored food. Now, it has vanished, erased, as if it never existed. A few lucky rats managed to burrow deeper into the ground, hoping to escape the black tide. But army ants do not give up easily. Their scouts track every scent, slipping through cracks and crevices, and before long, even the last survivors are dragged out of hiding. This is nature's brutal lesson. There is no safe place when you face an army that never tires. And this army does not rest, does not celebrate. They simply move on, leaving behind a battlefield stripped bare. But have you ever wondered why army ants are so ruthless? The answer lies in how they live. Unlike other ants that build permanent nests and store food for harsh seasons, army ants are nomads. They have no home, no stockpiles. Every day is a battle for survival, and every meal is a battle that must be won. This forces them to become the perfect hunting machines, fast, precise, and merciless. An army ant colony can march up to 20 meters per hour, and when they pass through, no creature within tens of meters dares to come close. That is why they are called an army, not because they wear uniforms or wield weapons, but because they fight like a true military force. And then, when all is said and done, the colony simply moves forward. They do not linger to enjoy their victory, nor do they build an empire upon the ruins of the rat village. Instead, they march on, seeking their next target. New trails form, new chemical signals are sent, and their rhythm of life begins again. This is not the first time, and it certainly won't be the last. For millions of years, army ants have lived this way, wandering, hunting, surviving. Perhaps it is this simplicity that has allowed them to withstand the test of time. Looking at this story, you might think it's just another bloody spectacle of nature. But if you look deeper, you'll see something greater. Behind those tiny mandibles and relentless footsteps lies an intricate system, an undeniable lesson in the power of unity. Scientists have studied ants to develop optimization algorithms, from faster delivery routes to crowd management in major cities. Who would have thought that such a tiny creature could inspire human innovation? So, the next time you step over a trail of ants on the ground, pause for a moment. Don't just see them as tiny black specks. Think about what's happening beneath you, a hidden world of intense battles, where every day is a fight for survival, and every victory is a testament to life itself. Perhaps in our modern world, where people are constantly chasing individual goals, the unity of ants is something worth reflecting on. Can we learn something from these tiny warriors, or will we always remain mere spectators, watching as nature tells its own stories?